Finland appears on the map like a quiet pause between louder worlds, a northern land shaped by snow, forests, and long winters, where silence is not absence, but presence. From a distance, Finland seems cold and distant, yet those who arrive begin to sense something unexpected. There is no rush here, no visible struggle for attention. Life unfolds calmly, as if the country itself has decided that peace is not negotiable. This is a place repeatedly ranked among the happiest nations on Earth. And that fact alone creates a quiet sense of wonder. How can a land wrapped in darkness for months, with temperatures that test the body, offer such deep emotional stability? The answer is not found in spectacle. It is found in structure, in trust between strangers, in a society where personal space is sacred and individuality is respected without question. Finnish cities feel orderly but never oppressive. People move with purpose, yet never seem hurried. They speak little, but listen carefully. There is dignity in restraint, and strength in understatement. Happiness here does not announce itself. It does not demand validation. It exists quietly in routines, in reliability, in knowing that tomorrow will be predictable and fair. Culturally, Finland values balance over excess. Work is important, but rest is essential. Privacy is protected. Nature is not a luxury, but a right. Forests stretch endlessly beyond city edges. Lakes freeze and thaw with patience. These landscapes shape the national character, teaching endurance, humility, and respect for limits. In Finland, success is not measured by noise or visibility. It is measured by well-being, by safety, by the freedom to live without constant comparison. This cold paradise does not try to impress the world. It does not need to. Its power lies in its calm. And for those willing to slow down and observe, Finland reveals a rare truth: that happiness can be quiet, that silence can be full, and that sometimes the most extraordinary places are the ones that never shout, yet are impossible to forget. Finland continues to unfold as a land of quiet scale and silent abundance, a country with only 5.5 million people, yet vast enough to make solitude feel natural, not lonely. From above, the space feels endless. More than 188,000 lakes scatter across the land like fragments of sky. Nearly 180,000 islands rest along the Baltic Sea, unclaimed by crowds, untouched by noise. Here, water and forest dominate more than concrete or steel. This imbalance between people and space shapes everything. There is room to breathe, room to think, room to exist without friction. Despite its modest population, Finland holds a level of prosperity that surprises outsiders. Income levels remain high. Public services function with precision. Healthcare, education, and social support are not privileges, but expectations. The strength of the Finnish passport reflects this stability. It opens borders quietly, granting freedom of movement without drama. Yet this power is never flaunted. There are no symbols of excess, no culture of showing off. Wealth here is discreet. It appears in clean infrastructure, well-maintained public spaces, and a financial system built on trust rather than spectacle. Finns do not speak often about money. They do not define success through luxury. Prosperity is measured differently, in time, in security, in knowing that life does not collapse when things go wrong. This quiet prosperity creates a rare emotional atmosphere. People are not driven by desperation. They are not racing to survive. Instead, they plan, they prepare, they live with a long horizon in mind. The result is a society that feels grounded, calm but not passive, confident without arrogance. In Finland, abundance is not loud. It does not glitter. It does not beg for attention. It simply exists, woven into daily life, reflected in stability rather than display. For those looking closely, this contrast creates a powerful sense of awe, a reminder that true prosperity does not need applause. And in this land of wide spaces and quiet strength, Finland reveals another truth, that sometimes the most impressive success is the one that whispers, yet lasts for generations. In Finland, the sauna is not a luxury, and not a trend. It is a ritual that shapes the rhythm of life. Across the country, more than 3 million saunas exist. In city apartments, beside frozen lakes, deep in forests, and along silent shorelines. This means there is nearly one sauna for every 2 people, a statistic that already hints at something deeper than habit. For Finns, the sauna is a place of return, a space where titles disappear, where hierarchy dissolves, where silence is not awkward, but respected. During the long winter months, when darkness stretches across the day, the sauna becomes a refuge. Snow piles outside, temperatures fall far below zero, yet inside, warmth wraps around the body like a second skin. Breath slows, thoughts soften. The sauna is not rushed. People sit quietly. They listen to the sound of water hitting hot stones. They feel heat rise, then retreat. It is a conversation without words. This practice is deeply cultural. Children grow up learning when to speak and when not to. Friends share moments without entertainment. Families cleanse not only their bodies, but the weight of the week. In Finnish belief, the sauna purifies more than skin. It clears the mind. It restores balance. Especially in a country where winter can feel endless, this ritual offers emotional survival. There is no music, no phones, no performance, only presence. This simplicity reflects the Finnish way of living. Life does not need to be loud to be meaningful. Healing does not require spectacle. Even visitors sense the difference. What begins as curiosity quickly becomes respect. The sauna reveals a culture that values stillness, self-awareness, and inner strength. In a world obsessed with speed, Finland preserves slowness. In a climate shaped by cold, they cultivate warmth from within. And so, between steam and silence, the Finnish soul reveals itself, not through words, but through shared heat, quiet endurance, and a calm acceptance of life as it is. This is not just tradition, it is a philosophy passed down through generations, keeping people grounded, even when the world outside is frozen. Finland reveals itself slowly, not through grand gestures, but through silence, space, and light. More than 70% of the country is covered by forests. Pine trees stretch endlessly, their silhouettes standing still against pale northern skies. Between them lie nearly 200,000 lakes, mirrors of water reflecting clouds, snow, and summer sun. Here, nature is not a destination. It is the background of everyday life. The air feels different, cleaner, lighter, so pure that visitors sometimes pause, wondering why each breath feels unfamiliar. In Finland, nature is protected not as a luxury, but as a responsibility passed quietly from one generation to the next. Far to the north lies Lapland, a land shaped by snow, wind, and long horizons. Reindeer outnumber people, roads disappear into white silence, and winter transforms the landscape into something almost unreal. This is where myths feel close, where Santa Claus is not a story, but a presence tied to place and tradition, where the night sky becomes a living canvas. From September to March, the northern lights appear, soft greens, sudden purples, slow waves of light moving without sound. No screen can prepare the eye for this moment. No photograph captures the feeling of standing beneath it. In summer, the rhythm shifts. The sun refuses to set. Daylight stretches endlessly across the land. Midnight feels like afternoon. Time loses its authority. People fish at strange hours. Children play without noticing the clock. Life bends to the light, not the other way around. This contrast defines Finland. Deep winter darkness, endless summer brightness, and between them, a culture that learns patience, resilience, and humility. Nature here does not demand attention, it commands respect. The forests teach stillness, the lakes teach reflection, the sky teaches wonder, and slowly, almost without realizing it, those who pass through Finland begin to understand. This land does not try to impress, it simply exists, vast, quiet, and powerful. A place where imagination feels unnecessary, because reality already looks like a dream. Finnish people rarely try to stand out. They do not raise their voices. They do not compete for attention. And yet, once observed closely, they leave a lasting impression. There is a quiet beauty to them. Nordic features shaped by cold air and long winters, clear eyes, calm expressions, a presence that feels composed rather than performative. Beauty here is not curated, it simply exists, without urgency. But what defines Finnish people most is not appearance, it is trust. Trust is woven into daily life. Children walk to school alone. Bikes are left unlocked. Lost wallets often find their way home. This is not naivete. It is a social agreement, maintained through responsibility and mutual respect. In Finland, rules are followed, not because of fear, but because they make life smoother for everyone. Each individual understands their role within the larger whole. This mindset begins early, inside the education system. Education in Finland is free, equal, and intentionally calm. There is no race for rankings, no obsession with scores. Students spend fewer hours in class, yet learn more deeply. Teachers are highly respected. Lessons focus on understanding, not memorization. Critical thinking comes before competition. Cooperation comes before comparison. Children are not pressured to become exceptional. They are guided to become capable, balanced humans. Mistakes are allowed. Curiosity is encouraged. There is homework, but never excess. There are exams, but never anxiety-driven. Learning is treated as a process, not a performance. This approach shapes adults, who are independent, self-aware, and quietly confident. Finnish people do not speak often about success. They show it through consistency, through reliability, through a society that functions even when no one is watching. In conversations, silence is not uncomfortable. It is respected. Listening matters more than responding. And perhaps this is why Finland continues to rank high in happiness, not because life is perfect, but because expectations are realistic and trust fills the gaps. It is a culture built on balance, on fairness, on belief in education, and belief in one another. A society that proves strength does not need volume, and progress does not need pressure. Winter in Finland is not something people merely endure. It is something they step into. When the lakes freeze and the horizon turns white, the country reveals a different identity, one shaped by ice, silence, and controlled adventure. Far in the north, massive icebreaker ships move slowly across frozen seas. Steel meets ice. The sound is deep, deliberate, almost ceremonial. What looks impossible becomes routine. These ships carve paths through thick layers of frozen water, reminding visitors that humans here do not fight nature. They learn how to move with it. Then comes the moment that surprises everyone. Passengers step off the ship, wear special thermal suits, and float calmly in open ice water. The temperature is extreme. The environment feels unreal. Yet there is no panic, no chaos. Faces relax. Breathing slows. Fear dissolves into wonder. This is Finland's way. Risk is never reckless. Adventure is always controlled. Further inland, forests stretch endlessly beneath snow. Here, huskies wait in silence, focused, alert, born for this terrain. When the sled begins to move, everything changes. Speed replaces stillness. Cold air cuts across the face. Snow lifts behind the runners like smoke. The only sounds are pause, breath, and wind. It feels cinematic, like a scene removed from time. A reminder of how travel once felt, before engines and crowds. These experiences are not designed for spectacle alone. They are rooted in history, in survival, in respect for climate and landscape. Even the Arctic adventures feel personal. Small groups, quiet guides, minimal instructions. Nothing is rushed, nothing is exaggerated. Visitors are not told to conquer the cold. They are invited to understand it. This approach creates a different kind of excitement, one that mixes adrenaline with calm, fear with trust. At night, under open skies, the cold sharpens the senses. Every breath feels intentional. Every movement matters. And when the northern lights appear, no one shouts, no one claps. People stand still, watching, as if aware they are witnessing something rare, something that cannot be summoned on demand. Finland's winter experiences are not about thrill alone. They are about presence, about feeling small in a vast, frozen world, and finding comfort in that humility. This is adventure without noise, excitement without excess, a reminder that some of the most powerful moments happen in silence. Beneath the calm surface of Finland's winter wonderland, there exists a quieter layer, one that rarely appears in postcards or travel brochures. In a country celebrated for happiness, order, and prosperity, silence sometimes becomes too heavy. Long winters stretch across the calendar. Days shorten. Sunlight fades quickly. For weeks, the sky remains pale and distant. Life continues with discipline and structure. But emotional warmth is not always visible. People keep their distance. Conversations are brief. Personal space is deeply respected. For many, this creates peace, For others, it creates isolation. Finland is a place where people achieve stability early. Education is strong, careers are secure, material needs are met sooner than in many other societies. And yet, once survival is no longer the question, a deeper one quietly emerges. What comes next? Among middle-aged adults especially, this question can feel unsettling. Without strong spiritual traditions or shared rituals of meaning, some individuals struggle to redefine purpose as life slows down. The culture values independence and emotional self-control. Asking for help is possible, but not instinctive. Loneliness here is not dramatic, it is subtle. It arrives quietly, often unnoticed by others. Mental health awareness in Finland is advanced, and support systems exist, but awareness alone does not always fill emotional gaps. In winter, the contrast becomes clearer. Warm homes, cold streets, well-lit interiors, empty sidewalks. The beauty remains undeniable. The safety is real. The quality of life is high. Yet happiness, as Finland demonstrates, is not a permanent emotional state. It is a balance. A balance between solitude and connection, between order and meaning. What makes Finland remarkable is not the absence of struggle, but its honesty. This society does not pretend perfection. It acknowledges vulnerability beneath success. And perhaps this is where Finland becomes most human, a place that teaches an important truth. That comfort does not erase questions. That peace does not guarantee fulfillment. Happiness, here, is quiet, fragile, continuously maintained, and understanding Finland fully means seeing both its light and its long winter shadows. Only then does the picture feel complete. Standing at the edge of Europe's far north, Finland has always understood one truth clearly: peace is never accidental. After exploring the emotional depth beneath Finnish happiness, the story naturally turns outward, toward borders, toward history, toward quiet preparation. Finland shares more than a border with Russia. It shares memory, decades of caution shaped not by fear, but by realism. Beneath cities that appear calm and ordinary, lies one of the most extensive civil defense networks on Earth. Underground shelters carved into rock, designed not as symbols of conflict, but as insurance for life. This is a nation that prepares silently. No sirens, no spectacle, only readiness. For Finns, safety is not a feeling, it is a system. Everyday life continues without tension. Children walk to school alone. Public spaces remain open and trusted. Yet behind that calm exists awareness. Geography does not allow denial. When Finland chose to join NATO, it was not an emotional decision. It was a measured one, a continuation of the same philosophy that built shelters, trained citizens, and invested in resilience for decades. The result is striking. Today, Finland is considered one of the safest countries in the world, not because danger vanished, but because preparedness matured. This duality defines modern Finland. Soft forests above, solid rock below. Nature remains untouched, cities remain quiet, life feels gentle, yet strength is always present, unspoken, unadvertised. What makes Finland fascinating is not military power or political headlines, it is the cultural discipline of responsibility. Safety here is collective. Everyone plays a role, everyone is trusted, and perhaps this is the final lesson Finland offers the world. True security is not loud, true stability is not dramatic. It is built patiently, maintained calmly, and lived without obsession. Finland is not only a land of lakes, snow, and silence, it is a country shaped by awareness, a place where beauty and caution coexist, where happiness and realism walk side by side. To understand Finland is not simply to admire it, it is to listen carefully, because some of the strongest nations speak the softest, and this is where Finland leaves its final echo. Not loud, not rushed, but quietly powerful. A country that teaches one rare lesson. Sometimes, the richest journeys are the ones that slow us down. Sometimes, happiness is not found by chasing more, but by learning how to live with less, and live it well. If this story added a new perspective to how you see the world, if it brought you closer to understanding a culture beyond the surface, then the journey has already done its job. Like the video to support meaningful storytelling. Subscribe to explore places that change how we think, not just where we travel. Share this video with someone who values depth over speed.